Welcome back, guys. Literally, this is the sports interview special edition with my friend Randy to discuss the postseason is officially here. Yankees finished the season 94-68, and they did play the Red Sox in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series yesterday, and there's a lot of hype to it. Red Sox won by a score of 3-1, but instead, I have a weird feeling it's still early. I feel like the Yankees have been known for this. Even Aaron Judge said the Yankees are known for losing one game and then coming back and winning the next game. Yankees are not going to go down easy without a fight. And honestly, now the Yankees lineup is this: Grisham, Judge, Stanton, Ben Bryce, Jazz Chisholm, Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells. And also Cody Bellinger. Literally I'm excited. Also, we did have some big news. The Twins manager has been fired. Bruce Bochy has been fired. Brian Snitker has been fired. Bob Melvin has been fired for the Rangers, Twins, Giants, and also this. Literally, it's insane that here all these baseball managers who have done very well as their careers as managers have been fired. I hope they do find jobs. But literally, it's not their fault that the team struggled. It's the offense and the defense. The teams just didn't play better. They didn't play good baseball. It's not the manager's fault. And also, the Seattle Mariners have won the AL West division. It's the first time since 2001, the year I was born. And also, Yankees have won 11 years in a row on my birthday, so I have a weird feeling the Yankees are going to win and move on to the ALDS. But I won't be surprised if they don't, but literally I'm going to still root for my Yankees. And whoever does be in the World Series, I will root for them. And also, there is big history. Aaron Judge is the first player since Mickey Mantle and Jimmie Foxx to hit 53 or more home runs and 100 or more RBIs to win the AL batting title championship. And literally MLB Network says Raleigh should win the MVP, but literally, in my opinion, no one is up there with Aaron Judge like Raleigh, but literally Aaron Judge is more higher than Raleigh. And he did hit 60 home runs, but he did not break Aaron Judge's home run record of 62. And because of that, I think Aaron Judge is going to win the MVP because of having the batting title championship and also getting his team to the postseason again and leading in every other category in offensive categories. And here's my best friend Randy to discuss all the big history of baseball. Also, Logan Webb led the National League in strikeouts. Shohei Ohtani had 55 home runs this season, a career high. Kyle Schwarber led the National League with 56 home runs and 132 RBIs. Cal Riley, 60 home runs in a season, by the most by a catcher. And Garrett Crochet, over 255 strikeouts. Max Fried, 19 wins. And Jose Cabanero, 49 stolen bases. Literally, this is insane. Here's my friend Randy.
What's up?
So, Randy, what do you think of it? The postseason is officially here. The regular season is over. And we've already had a couple postseason games on yesterday and some today, which is Game 2 of the Wild Card Series.
Okay, first of all, we just freaking schooled freaking Yankees last night. You can yank on that, but let's find out. Maybe we can shut you out again. And then maybe, just maybe, our Red Sox can make it to the World Series again. We haven't been in the World Series since 2018 when we demolished, the guy who's retiring on the Dodgers. But thank you for your service, Krishan. And best future ahead for you, dude.
Yeah, what do you think of how the regular season is over?
Went by so fast. Shocking.
And you said it's like the summer was short and the winter's long.
Okay, that's not how I feel, okay? It's like when summer ends, winter is so long. And then we have to wait so long for the winter.
True.
Does anybody want to move somewhere where there's no more winter and we don't have to worry about the summer ending, where summer fun day every day?
Yeah, what did you think about this? What do you think? Yankees finished in second place. Red Sox finished in third. Blue Jays won the division for the first time since 2015. But also, the Blue Jays deserted because they played really great baseball. They didn't give up. And they really they showed everyone that they can win. And they don't have to play until October 4th. And do you think the Yankees could mount a comeback where Aaron Judge said that we believe in these guys and we can easily come back? And he says, we're known for doing this, where we win one game and then we come back and we lose one game and then we come back and we win the next game.
Well, what happened last year in the World Series?
Well, they lost 3 games, but then they came back and won 1 game.
That's 1 game.
But still.
I mean, they could have been, okay, let me just say this. If they were like the Cleveland Cavaliers in basketball, they could have came from a 3-1 deficit and still won the World Series. They are not.
The umpires did make some bad calls against the Yankees.
I mean, that's fucking life for you. Excuse my French, but I'm just saying in general. Like, what else are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to have bad referees. You're going to have bad calls.
A lot of people are saying were the umps paid by the Dodgers.
I mean, they did the same thing to my Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs.
And do you think this...
They made some horrible calls, but what happened? A rematch, we dog-walked them, and guess what? We are number 1, baby, number 1. We're number 1, baby, number 1. We beat the Kansas City Crybabies. Now, guess what, Kermit the Frog?
And what do you think about how the Yankees, what Aaron Judge said? He said, even though we lose 1 game, we've always been resilient where we could easily come back the next day during the season.
I mean, I feel like Aaron Judge has positivity to it, but at the end of the day, if he says what he has to say and he says he's going to do it, hey, I respect Judge, but like the way I was raised, if you're going to say something, less talking and a little more action. Just play the sport.
And that's what he does too. That's what he was taught by his adopted parents.
See, that's the crazy part. So,
and also, he said Boston is his favorite team to play, and he says Fenway is his favorite place because of the atmosphere of the fans.
So let me just say this, okay? If you go to certain rivalry sports arenas, like if you look at it in different sports history, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at Giants and Eagles, Philadelphia and the New York Giants, oh, it's a whole different atmosphere. The freaking the MetLife Stadium freaking thing with the Eagles, it's a whole different story. I went to a MetLife Stadium game for New York Jets for the Saints. I thought it was a Giants game. So even if it was the Giants, I would still wear my Eagles jersey to protest my rights.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even give a damn. I'm like, oh, we have an outsider in the fucking freak stadium. But here's the funny thing. I wore my Eagles hat and jersey at a Jets game, but I wasn't the only one wearing a freaking not team that was playing. Someone was wearing a Detroit Lions jersey, a Sanders jersey. That's the running back.
And what do you have to say to the Blue Jays for winning the division for the first time since 2015?
Good job, Toronto. You finally did something perfectly in your baseball career.
And what do you think?
I guess it's true. The Toronto Raptors are the better Toronto team in sports history.
Maybe, but also, what do you think of this? That the Red Sox and Yankees, this is their the 9th time they've met in the postseason. And the Red Sox have won a lot of the postseason matchups, but the Yankees, they're saying, are the better team on paper against them.
Let me say this. Yes, the Red Sox have more wins against the Yankees in the postseason, but you are correct. They have the best season on paper. But if you look at it, papers and the Red Sox history, so look at it. Red Sox history is on the line for get back in the playoffs, right? But they would do anything to get back to the World Series and win another championship. Because, if you understand, if they go to the World Series, this will be their second World Series without David Ortiz, without Manny Ramirez, without Carlos Delgado,
and Dustin Pedroia.
Mookie
Betts.
Yeah, him too. Don't forget the catcher that was on the Red Sox. Oh, wait. Vertex, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Carlos Vertex. The former catcher for the Red Sox. If you look at it, Pedro Martinez, he won one of the World Series with the Red Sox. Don't forget Pedro Martinez.
That's true.
If you look at the history, a lot of Yankee players that got traded were Red Sox players. Look at the history. The curse of the Red Sox was Babe Ruth. What was another former Red Sox? Johnny Damon, Roger Clemens. At least Johnny Damon had a full freaking baseball career with the Yankees after the Red Sox, but Roger Clemens had to be kicked out of the league because of steroids use.
Yeah, and what do you think about this? Cubs, Padres, Dodgers, Reds, and the Mets did not make the postseason after spending $800 million on a player and then on another player to have.
Well. Juan freaking Soto. You should have just took under the shadow of Aaron Judge. Instead of being a baby back crybaby, what do? You run and hide from mistakes. And what happened? You had a horrible season with the New York Mets. Horrible.
They led in the postseason all year long.
And then you squander the moment and you're not in the postseason.
Also,
how do you feel, buddy? How do you feel?
Yeah, and
do you want me to buy you a hamburger, some French fries?
And what do you think of this? That the Guardians made the largest ever comeback in baseball history to win the division after being down 15.2 games during the season, and the Guardians completed the comeback and now have the largest ever divisional comeback ever to take the division.
Well, I'm going to get canceled for this, but I remember when the Cleveland Guardians used to be the freaking Cleveland Indians.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're the Guardians.
What do you think of that history that they made?
Good job, Guardians. Should have kept the Indians, though, as their team name.
Yeah, and what do you think about this? What do you think about the MLB announced this, that if the players intentionally try to hit a player, because me and my family are sick of seeing Judge get hit multiple times, but the MLB said if you hit a player intentionally, you're going to be in trouble. You'll be suspended or fined for the whole series of the next postseason series.
Well, let me just say this. You can tell if it's on purpose or intentional, or if it's by accident.
True.
By the reaction, because there's a lot of dirty coaches that don't want certain players to be in the playoffs, though.
That's true. And what do you think about this? Aaron Judge made history. He is the first player since Mickey Mantle and Jimmie Foxx to actually hit 53 or more home runs and 100 more RBIs to win the AL batting title championship.
Well, for this, what does the Fox say?
But what do you think of Aaron Judge making that history?
That's an incredible achievement, though. That's incredible. I'm not a Yankee fan, but no matter what my honest opinion is, you may say, oh, Randy, you're a Red Sox fan. But let me rephrase it on this, fans. I'm also a Mets fan. I grew up as a Mets fan. But I'm also a Red Sox fan. But no matter what, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm a fan of Boston, too. So, therefore, I respect every franchise. I just don't respect one franchise. If it goes for football, screw you, Giants. I do not respect you as a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect Eli Manning, though. I respect him from drafting from the San Diego Chargers, now respect as the LA Chargers. But I respect him that he didn't want to play for the LA Chargers, which when they were San Diego, also for Drew Brees. Drew Brees was a San Diego Charger too, and then he got drafted to New York, and then he got traded to the Saints because he didn't want to play as a Charger. He didn't want to play as a backup for,
Yeah.
Philip Rivers. But the thing is, he could have been the Tom Brady for the Chargers, though. That's because if you look at it, Tom Brady was a backup for the Patriots, and then what did he do? The starter got injured. He won a Super Bowl, and then next thing you know, Drew Brees began to be a starter quarterback, and then he won a Super Bowl with the Saints.
True. And you were saying about Aaron Judge.
I respect him.
And what do you think of this? Cal Riley didn't break Aaron Judge's home run record, but he finished with the most home runs in a season by a catcher and a switch hitter. 60 home runs and 125 RBIs, but he batted .240.
But, can I just say this? That's amazing, but, at the end of the day, does stats even matter these days in freaking baseball, though?
Baseball, they did say that.
But why can't we play baseball without stats? That's not... To me, just having fun playing baseball is more relevant.
True. And what do you think about this? That MLB Network says Aaron Judge is definitely going to win the MVP because he has the batting title championship and he leads in almost every other offensive category. Average, .331. And he leads in everything else. Cal Riley leads in home runs and RBIs only. But Liddy Judge leads in everything else. And because Aaron Judge is the favorite to win. And because of it, they also say that because of Judge having the batting title, he should win it. Because no other player that his size, 6'7", 285 pounds, has ever won an MVP while having a .331 batting average.
The thing is to me, batting average don't matter. The stats don't matter.
Judge says it matters to him because he wants to help.
Okay, I respect Judge's opinion, but, it's not a fact.
True.
It's not a fact that the stats matter. It does not matter to me. It should not matter to the fans. Okay, yes, the wins and the losses, that should matter. It shouldn't matter how many home runs, hits, RBIs, how many strikeouts, how many outs you got, how much defense you have. It should matter how the game of baseball.
True.
The RBIs matter. Yeah, that's the place. But I just really don't care for the stats though. To me,
yeah. But what do you think of Cal Riley finishing a historic season, passing Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter, and has 60 home runs, and by a catcher, because no catcher's ever done it.
Okay, let me say this. Records matter. Yes, records matter. Breaking records, that matters. But stats to me, breaking the Hall of Famers records and doing that, and then the new records will add up to, that matters. But just stats to me, that just does not really matter in my head and my mind, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like those records that Aaron Judge and Kyle Riley is doing, those matter to me.
True.
That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's a fact. That is my opinion. You can agree or disagree to what I'm saying, but that's my opinion, though.
Yeah. And what do you think about this? The Twins fired their manager, and the Rangers fired their manager, and the Giants fired their manager, and the Angels. And they fired a manager that left during the season due to a really bad heart issue and never brought him back. And now they're thinking about bringing a former player in as their new manager.
Well, I guess I could shit, but okay, let me just say this. If you're gonna fire your manager or you're gonna fire anybody that's important to your team, have a valid damn reason. Because at the end of the day, what if that freaking manager or that coach is an asset to your freaking team that's gonna get you the wins? That's gonna get you those actual success in your teams, though.
Yeah, and the Angels fired Ron Washington, who is a well-respected manager.
Yeah.
So, Randy, what do you think about how the MLB fired Brian Snitker, but he will be still in a senior role for the players in the organization of the Braves, and The Twins fired their manager, Giants fired their manager, and the Twins, Giants, Braves, and the Rangers. And the Angels.
Really?
Where they fired their manager because of it's not the player's fault, it's the manager's fault. I'm like, the players did not do well. It's not the manager.
They're stupid enough to see that it's the fucking manager's problem, but it's not the manager's problem. It's the player's problem.
Yeah, and what do you think of this? The Angels fired Ron Washington, the most respected man ever in baseball history, and he is more respected by everyone and loved by everyone, and he does this. Literally, he had heart surgery, and that's why he couldn't manage during the season. What do you think of Ron Washington being like that? Of being able to manage because of a heart issue.
I feel bad for him.
And the Angels fired him, saying, "We don't trust you."
That's like the fucked up thing to do. Sorry that I'm using curse words.
It's okay.
That's how I feel. If you know the person has a heart condition, then stop firing someone that has a heart condition. Because what if they need that job to pay for their heart surgery? What if they need that job for medical assistance? That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with this society. I can't bear and see things like that.
That's true. And what do you think about this? You said the big news that happened with the NFL player.
Tyreek Hill is out with injury. Monday Football, he hyped up his squad of the Miami Dolphins, and sadly, in the third quarter, it was Miami's ball, and he got tackled out, like when he was going outside, when he was going to the outline, and then sorry for my cough. I'm getting over a cold.
No, it's all right. I had a cold last week.
I was saying that to the fans, so but I'm still because I care about the fans. So cool. But basically, Tyreek went out of bounds, and he his leg bit the wrong way, so he's out for the season. Oh God! I wish you the best of luck, and heal fast for the season. Well, you're not going to be back for the season, but sorry, not being rude, but like you're out for the season, dude.
Yeah.
But wish you best recovery, and hopefully you get back in good health shape, and then see what you do for the next season, dude.
Yeah, and what do you think about the Buffalo Bills doing much better than the Chiefs this year? And the Chiefs are finally starting.
Buffalo wings.
What?
You said Buffalo Bills. Are we getting Buffalo wings now?
But what do you think of the Bills actually doing much better this year?
Well, this is all I had to say is, sucks for you Kansas City Chiefs because you had some cheap plays last Super Bowl, and then what happened last year? Number one, baby, number one. We don't walk your butts. We called you the Kansas City Chiefs. Now you got a Kermit the Frog looking at us quarterback.
And what do you think about the Eagles doing better this year?
We're 4-0, baby.
True. And what do you think about with the big news? MLB and NFL are going to be doing that Super Bowl champions versus the World Series champion, legends and superstars for both NFL and baseball to actually do this. A celebrity game in 2 years.
Why 2 years? Why?
Like the fans want it now. And what do you have to say to the commissioners?
Well, Commissioner of freaking NFL, MLB, I'm going to freaking email your bum selves because this is a load of horse shit.
And what do you think about the big news? John Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel.
Well, I'm excited to go to Raw. And that's going to be Monday Fun Day. Is it possible I get a beer when we go to Raw? I never had a beer at a Raw. Fudge, I gotta bring ID though. Oh, I'm going to the freaking DMV on the 22nd of this month.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll get a new ID.
Yeah, and what do you think about John Cena versus AJ Styles?
That's gonna be their last match. It kind of okay. So just to say this, it sucks that they're having their last match, and it's gonna be sad because they only had 2 matches.
Yep.
They had one at SummerSlam when AJ Styles became a WWE superstar because AJ Styles is a TNA original. He started off at TNA. He was a good TNA superstar, and not a lot of people know that AJ Styles had not NWA. He had WCW tryout, which that's where he led to go into TNA. That's where he led to be the TNA original.
Yeah. And what do you think about this? Possibly Dom versus Brock Lesnar and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Koroki Warriors. And we're possibly going to be getting this. There's a rumor that Gunther versus John Cena is his last match, and his last match will be in DC and not his hometown.
I thought they were going to have it in his hometown, not DC. Well, wasn't DC? Oh, yeah, DC was where he won one of his WWE titles.
That's true. That's true. Sorry, I had a cold that made me sneeze again. But what do you think about the Koroki Warriors versus Ripley and Io Sky?
Okay, here's the thing. I like Asuka's face paint, but I like Jeff Hardy's more.
Yeah.
And hey, face painted freak from Japan. I love you. You're kind of like a good wrestler, like, submission wrestler, but like, combat wrestler, but like, Asuka, you gotta teach me the way you cook. I've seen her YouTube channel. She has really amazing ways of cooking.
Yeah, and what do you think about this Brock versus Dom possibly? Because Dom announced it.
I'm not a big fan of Dom, and I'm not a big fan of Brock. But I'm actually happy that Dom is going to hand over the Intercontinental title to John, so John is the Grand Slam champion. But at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. It's not because I don't like Dom because of who he is. I'm a big fan of his father. But I'm just saying this. Dom is growing on me a bit. I'm saying this with honesty.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean. Let me just say this, okay? When you look at a generation superstar in the WWE, they get cocky, they get arrogant because they're like the son of their father, right?
Yeah.
But there are some wrestlers that are the sons of their fathers, and they are actually tributing their fathers. But like the thing is, the way Dom tributed his father is not the way you tribute your father. But I mean, if you see this, mom, hi, you're a deadbeat. That's a great tribute to my mom. That person, besides Dom, your dad is not really a deadbeat. My mom is a real deadbeat. She abandoned me 10 years ago. She's in and out of my life. That's a real deadbeat. While your dad actually is in your life.
Mm-hmm.
He brought you to his work, and you met Zilla Fatu, which is Umaga's son, and you're best friends with Zilla. But at the end of the day, I pretty much, a lot of people don't know the reason why he's like that, because that's his gimmick.
And Roman Reigns is back.
I'm so happy that the tribal chief is back. But the thing about Dominic's gimmick is not just, he's being like his Uncle Eddie and he's calling his dad a deadbeat, because the part of the storyline is, if the fans don't know, is because there was a storyline with Ray and Eddie, and basically it was the custody of Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, Dominic wanted to do like, oh, Uncle Eddie was right. You are a deadbeat. You're never there. Like that was like an actual part of the the chapter, because Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, you Hall of Famer. We miss you.
That's true.
Because the Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero is no longer with us, and it breaks my heart, because like that was. Oh, if you don't understand, like I grew up in 1994, so I grew up in like the Hulk Hogan era, the Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I grew up in the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression era.
Mm-hmm.
era.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, Eddie Guerrero started off in ECW, WCW, and then the respect that I have for Eddie Guerrero, and this is the respect that I have for him, because he had a match with Ray where it was like mask versus hair, right?
Yep.
They changed the script because Eddie did not want to take that from Ray, because the mask is part of the Mexican luchador culture. So, like, if you lose your mask, that's over for your luchador history. But somehow, because Ray was part of the WWF
Continue.
So people don't know, like, I'm gonna repeat this just in case we missed some stuff. So a lot of people don't know Ray and Eddie, they are real friends in real life. They not a lot of people know that Ray and Eddie started the LWO.
That's true. I remember you telling me that.
So basically, it's not a knockoff version of the NWO, because the NWO is a new world order. The LWO is a Latino world order.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of cool that, like, LWO has their faction, the NWO has their faction, which I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression Attitude Era, and that, like, it's not a lot of people know. I grew up in the WWF era too, so, like, not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, that's true. And also, what do you think of it? We're almost at the end of John Cena, and Bubba Ray wants John Cena to continue until April of WrestleMania 42.
So I respect Bubba Ray, but which Bubba Ray is right now in TNA, and he's versing the Hardy Boys with Devon. Devon, get the tables, which yeah, I walked in on that era, like Devon, Bubba Ray, WWF era, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, which I heard Edge is coming back to WWE to face John Cena one last time for his goodbye tour.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be cool.
Yep.
And it really is hurt my soul to see John Cena go, but, like, it has to be that situation, because, you know, he can't keep going on with it. It's his body. His body's giving out, and I understand that. I mean, he's been doing it for so many plus years.
20 plus years.
Yeah.
And what do you think of Bubba Ray saying John should continue until WrestleMania 42?
Well, I respect Bubba Ray's, you know, opinion, but Bubba, like, if you see this, partner, I respect you as a wrestler. I mean, I know you can do it, but John's body is giving out, and if someone's body is giving out, you cannot force him to do that. Like, I respect you as a TNA wrestler. I respect you as a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, and what do you have to say about Seth and Cody, too?
Oh, Seth, put this on the line, buddy. Put your money where your mouth worth is. If you cannot beat Cody Rhodes, tell your wife, Becky Lynch, to fetch me a sandwich with a leprechaun costume and say, did someone order a leprechaun club sandwich? Right over here, leprechaun. And she has to do the Irish fiddle right in front of me. And you have to watch every moment of it.
And what do you think about how Cody said to Seth, who won all 3 matches?
Cody, whoa!
Yep. And what do you think of that?
Okay, I'm just saying this. Okay, so my prediction for that is Cody versus Seth. Cody's going to win. Because I don't think they're going to close the era. Because I feel like the only way Seth is going to win is they do title for title. And Seth's only going to win for that shit.
Yeah. And what do you think of how Roman came back and helped the Usos, and the Usos theme song came back? Jay's definitely turning.
Oh, yeah. So basically at WrestlePalooza, they played the Usos theme, and then basically Raw, what did Jay do? Played his theme, the remix version of the Day One-ish. But my opinion for my prediction for that, Seth is going to win if they only do a title for title, not for the
Crown Jewel.
But if Tiffany Stratton and
Stephanie
back here, I'm sorry, Stephanie. I mean, you just won the women's world title, but it's Tiffy time.
And plus, she's been champion for so long.
I'm sorry, it's Tiffy time. I mean, last year's Crown Jewel, the women's world champion won the Crown Jewel champion. Now it has to be the women's undisputed champion. I'm sorry.
Plus Liv won it last year.
Yes, but now it's Tiffy time. I'm sorry, Stephanie Valkyrie, but I give you all the credit on everything. You're an outstanding wrestler. You're amazing at what you do. But it's Tiffy time. Don't get me wrong. You have the power, you have the ability. So is Tiffy. But it's Tiffy time. I'm sorry.
And what do you have to say to Draft Neck Mark, who made those predictions?
Join our chat, brother. We got a lot to talk about. Please.
And you saw his predictions for the World Series.
I don't agree with a lot of it. That's why we got to talk about that, dude.
And where he said he thinks the Red Sox will beat the Yankees, but
that I agree though. That's one thing I can agree.
Yeah, but he says he thinks Phillies Toronto in the World Series, and then he thinks the Blue Jays will win it all.
I'm sorry, Mark, but Toronto Blue Jays never won a World Series in their life.
No, they have. They won in 1990 and 1991.
That's when they won it. They haven't won it since. Sorry, but Toronto Raptors or the Toronto Maple Leafs are a better Toronto team than the Blue Jays.
And what do you think of Draft Neck Mark saying this, that the Mets are a joke of a franchise?
I don't disagree. hey, Adriana, tell your stepfather Scott Pomerantz that I said your Mets is a joke.
Hey guys, literally, I agree with what Randy said about the WWE Dom vs. Brock. I'm not a fan of Brock, but I am a little fan of Dom. He's a good wrestler. I agree with what Randy said about Dom and his father and Eddie, R.I.P. Eddie, and literally this. I have a feeling Dom is going to win, but then we're going to have Dom versus John Cena for the IC title to become a Grand Slam champion. I think Dom is going to win that match. No, John Cena is going to win the match to become a Grand Slam title holder. And then we're going to have Stephanie versus Tiffany. I feel like Tiffany's going to win that match, and it's Tiffy time, no doubt. Also, Seth versus Cody. I don't think they want Seth to win. I think they want Cody to win. Cody is a great champion, but honestly, we do need a new champion. But honestly, Cody Rhodes is going to win that match. And then John Cena versus AJ Styles. I agree. John Cena, AJ, we've had 2 matches out of them. They both have great power and superstar power. So I think John Cena is going to win that match. But literally this, John Cena and AJ Styles are the best. And I want to say this, that literally congrats to WWE on announcing John Cena's final match in DC, where he did win one of his championships. And I want to say this, the Bills have been amazing. Let's get those Buffalo Wild Wings. And the Bills have been a great team this year. And the Eagles are 4-0. They've been the best team. Let's go, Bills and Eagles. And Chiefs, what have you been doing? The Chiefs have not been good this year. Also, we need that NFL Super Bowl champions versus World Series champions celebrity game. Not in 2 years. Give it to us now. And I want to say, Draft Neck Mark, I agree with you that the Phillies and Blue Jays are great teams, but I want to see Brewers, Mariners, 2 teams that have never won a World Series, but I don't agree with you that the Yankees will lose to the Red Sox. But Draft Neck Mark, come join us on our sports interview. Come on. So, Randy, I want to say thank you for doing this sports interview. This will be on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and everything else. And plus, let's go Yankees, let's go Dodgers, and let's go Guardians and Blue Jays and Mariners.
If you don't know, like, subscribe, post that notification, and comment down below what you want us to talk about next. And Logan from SNL, where's my cousin Jeffy, Randy Puppet? My name is Randy, and says I'm a good boy.
And what about Draft Neck Mark?
Join our freaking conversation, dude. We need to tell you what we agree and disagree. Probably he has to get paid for that, but like we're just trying to get up our freaking podcast and show this stuff. But like,
yeah. And plus, he agrees with you about the Mets being a joke.
I agree with you as a Mets, as a choke artist. I mean, every time, like, I remember the postseason, they were a choke artist. The pop-up to shortstop, and he dropped a fucking freaking fly ball pop-up. Like, the hell?
Yeah. I remember that.